The Halloween Candy Killer, the tragic murder of Timothy O'Bryan. On the enchanting eve of Halloween, where the air is crisp with autumn's embrace, and the streets are adorned with flickering jack-o'-lanterns, children eagerly transform into their favorite characters, their laughter echoing through the night. However, amidst this tapestry of innocence and delight lies a tale that transcends mere spookiness. Let's travel back to 1974 in Texas, where a single family's Halloween took a sinister turn, shattering the tranquility of the season and sending ripples of dread across generations. Delve into the haunting chronicle of young Timothy O'Bryan, an 8-year-old whose promising life met a tragic end at the hands of an unexpected malevolent force, his own father. Timothy O'Bryan, a freckle-faced 10-year-old with a mischievous grin, had always been known in Deer Park for his infectious laughter and kind heart. His classmates often spoke of his love for animals, especially his pet rabbit named Whiskers, whom he would spend hours playing with after school. Timothy's teachers praised his creativity, noting how he would often come up with imaginative stories during writing assignments that captivated his peers. Neighbors remembered Timothy as the boy who would eagerly help them carry groceries or mow their lawns without expecting anything in return. His warm personality and genuine concern for others made him a beloved figure in the tight-knit community. As Halloween approached, Timothy couldn't contain his excitement, planning his costume weeks in advance and eagerly discussing trick-or-treating routes with his sister and friends. His enthusiasm was palpable as he envisioned the thrill of collecting candy and sharing spooky tales under the moonlit sky. Little did anyone suspect that beneath Timothy's innocent joy lay a dark plot that would send shockwaves through Deer Park, an unforeseen tragedy that would shroud Halloween night in sorrow and suspicion for years to come. That evening, Timothy and his group of friends excitedly roamed the neighborhood, knocking on doors and eagerly gathering sugary treats. Their laughter filled the cool autumn air as they hurried from house to house, their costumes a colorful blur in the dimly lit streets. Upon their return to Timothy's house, his father, Ronald O'Bryan, greeted them with a warm smile, handing out words of praise for their impressive haul of candies. As Timothy sifted through his loot, his eyes gleamed with delight at the sight of a massive pixie sticks among the assortment of sweets. Ronald watched proudly as his son carefully selected the oversized treat, unaware of the sinister turn this innocent choice would soon take. As Timothy bit into the seemingly innocent candy, little did he know that a deadly dose of cyanide was concealed within its sugary shell. The effects were swift and merciless, causing excruciating pain to course through his body, contorting his features in agony. Frantic witnesses recounted how Timothy's once lively demeanor turned ghostly pale as he convulsed uncontrollably, his desperate cries echoing in the air. Paramedics arrived swiftly, their faces etched with urgency as they rushed him to the hospital. News of the tainted candy spread like wildfire through the tight-knit community, leaving a trail of shock and disbelief in its wake. Neighbors huddled together in somber groups, whispering fearful speculations about how such a tragedy could unfold right under their noses. As night fell, the hospital corridors echoed with the frantic footsteps of medical staff trying to save Timothy's life. However, despite their best efforts, the lethal dose had already taken its toll. The heart-wrenching sobs of family members pierced through the sterile walls as they received the devastating news. Timothy had succumbed to the poison that lurked within his favorite treat. The community gathered in mourning to bid farewell to young Timothy O'Bryan and to show support for his devastated family. As the coffin was lowered into the ground, a sense of fear and anger permeated through the crowd, fueled by the knowledge that someone in their midst had intentionally caused this tragedy. Reports flooded in from concerned citizens, expressing outrage and demanding justice for the innocent life cut short by this insidious act. And as authorities launched an investigation into Timothy's death, a chilling discovery was made. Several other pixie sticks had been tampered with and distributed to unsuspecting children. As more reports came in and the scope of this heinous crime became apparent, the once vibrant neighborhood now stood shrouded in grief and suspicion, haunted by the sinister shadow cast by a seemingly harmless piece of candy. Further investigations revealed that Ronald O'Bryan had purchased cyanide from a nearby chemical supply store just days before Halloween, raising red flags about his involvement in his own son's death. The tragic incident unfolded in a quiet neighborhood, sending shockwaves through the community. The poisoned candy that claimed young Timothy's life was not the random act of a stranger, but a sinister scheme orchestrated by his own father, Ronald O'Bryan. This horrifying revelation emerged from detailed investigations and witness statements. Reports revealed that Ronald had meticulously laced pixie sticks with deadly cyanide, intending to cash in on a hefty $20,000 life insurance policy he had deceitfully taken out on his children. The cold and calculated nature of this crime left investigators stunned as they delved into the chilling details surrounding this heart-wrenching tragedy. Ronald, a man with a sinister agenda, distributed the tainted candy to unsuspecting children, even callously including his own daughter among the potential victims. This chilling act was meticulously planned to mask his true intentions behind the guise of Halloween mischief. However, vigilant authorities swiftly uncovered his malevolent scheme before additional tragedy could unfold. Witness statements vividly recount how Ronald, wearing a fake smile that belied his malicious intent, handed out the poisoned treats to the neighborhood children. The atmosphere of festive excitement quickly turned to dread as parents noticed something amiss and alerted law enforcement. Reports from forensic experts detailing the toxic nature of the candy further emphasized the grave danger that lurked beneath its innocent appearance. The swift action taken by authorities not only prevented a potential catastrophe, but also highlighted the importance of community vigilance in safeguarding against such heinous acts. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of trust and the lengths some individuals will go to in pursuit of their twisted agendas. The community was thrown into a state of disbelief and horror when the true nature of Ronald O'Bryan's actions came to light. As the trusted and beloved father was exposed for his heinous deed, the intricate web of deceit he had woven began to unravel. Upon his swift arrest, chilling details emerged during the trial that painted a grim picture of betrayal and greed. Witness statements revealed how Ronald meticulously planned and executed his sinister scheme, manipulating those closest to him for financial gain. The prosecution presented irrefutable evidence linking him to the murder of his own son, Timothy, in a plot that shook the foundations of trust within the community. Despite desperate attempts by his defense team to sway the court, Ronald O'Bryan was ultimately handed down a sentence befitting his monstrous crime. The gavel fell with finality as he was condemned to death for his unforgivable actions. In 1984, justice was served through lethal injection as Ronald met his end. The legacy left behind by this despicable act continues to haunt Halloween traditions, serving as a grim reminder of the depths one man went to for personal gain at the expense of innocence. The death of Timothy O'Bryan not only shattered the innocence of Halloween, but also left a lasting impact on society. The fear instilled by this tragic event reverberated throughout the country, with parents growing increasingly wary of letting their children partake in Halloween traditions. Sensationalized media coverage only added fuel to the fire, perpetuating rumors and urban legends about poisoned candy and hidden dangers lurking within innocent-looking treats. The legend of the Candy Man, a malevolent figure who terrorized children with tainted treats, became ingrained in popular culture and further reinforced parental apprehension towards Halloween festivities. But despite these pervasive fears, subsequent investigations revealed that the murder of Timothy O'Bryan was an isolated incident. No other cases of tampered candy or poisoned treats were ever found. Yet the damage had been done. Ronald O'Bryan's heinous act forever changed how society viewed Halloween. The once cherished holiday became marred by suspicion and fear, with parents vigilant about thoroughly inspecting their children's candy hauls. Even today, decades after this notorious crime took place, some parents still shy away from trick-or-treating altogether. While changes have been made to ensure safety, such as organized community events and increased awareness about checking candy for signs of tampering, the legacy left behind by Ronald O'Bryan continues to cast a dark shadow over Halloween celebrations. But amidst this darkness lies a glimmer of hope. Communities have united to protect their children and preserve the joys of Halloween, and it is through this resilience that the true spirit of Halloween was found. As Halloween approaches this year, it's crucial to remember the chilling tragedy that once tainted this festive occasion. In the midst of revelry and spooky fun, safeguarding our loved ones becomes paramount. Take a moment to inspect every piece of candy, ensuring they are sealed and intact before indulging. Stay vigilant while trick-or-treating, sticking to well-lit areas, and never venturing into unfamiliar territory alone. Remember, the true horrors often lurk beneath friendly disguises. Encourage your friends and family to join in these safety practices as we cherish the Halloween spirit together. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to spread these essential tips far and wide, creating a shield of protection for all those who partake in this beloved holiday. Let's unite in keeping the festivities joyous and safe for everyone involved.